Hey, sports fans, how you doing? So I sent out those two emails today, and maybe a couple of you might be confused about it. Just to clarify, this was something that I just happened to do because I just felt it would be easier for at least my school to be able to collect data on people that were coming to see me, or that I was going to see other schools in the event that we did have a COVID case that required contact tracing that goes back to the school itself. So this is not a mandatory item. A couple of you guys might have been confused about that. This is just something that if you want to use it, great. If you have people that are technologically challenged, certainly they do not have to do it. You can use the paper and the paper attestation forms as long as they're shared, and obviously, if they're kept somewhere else. So it's just another layer. So what I want to do is, for those of you that want to use the app, I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you a couple of things about the app and where the information goes in case you were confused. So this is the app itself. Once you get into the first page, I shared the link with you. This is what you're going to see. Um, you're also going to show, if you share it, you're also going to see a QR code um, and a link. You can send this out to coaches two ways. You can send it out as the link where they upload the link, or you can just right click, copy the image, and then paste it into an email. Just hit it there and then right click and then paste. And then the link goes there and they'll just scan it with their phones, upload it to their home screen, so on and so forth. Um, there's a link here on the first page, which will take you to the Google form, which has all the information you'll need to fill in order to get to the point where you're going to actually upload your roster. Now, you do have to have a Google account for this. I know a lot of us are Google schools. There are a few that aren't, but everybody can have a Google account or Gmail account. They just have to sign up for it. If that's too much, then obviously you're going to probably stay with the paper. But as you know, when we do Google Forms surveys, it goes to a data collection sheet in Google, which I sent the link to earlier today as well. And as you can see, it has all the information from the Google form on it. Here's where the roster uploads go into this file. So if I was to scroll over it, I would just click if I wanted to take a look at that roster that my coach submitted that particular day. In this case, this is Charlie's roster, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids. He has their grades, and that's the roster we're going to use that day. The one thing I'd like to include, though, is not just the coach's name, but make sure we're including any names on there of people that are going with you, whether it's a trainer, whether it's a manager, someone along those lines. Make sure we have everybody on the form that we need to have on the form at that time. And that information goes into a Google Drive where we would have a shared folder for it. So it works out kind of nice for us. Going back to the app again, if I wanted to just take this page and share the app, this little white button up here also gives me the rights to share. And you notice when I click that, I can just click to share. If I wanted to get the QR code, I can just click that as well. And you can do that from your phone. So once the app is on your phone, you can open it up and show everybody that QR code. They can hold their phones up, screen it, and upload it to their home screen. So again, this is not a mandatory item by any stretch of the imagination. It's just somewhere to keep and collect data. It started out pretty good with the guys that have used it so far. I've gotten, obviously, my guys are using it first because they're young and they want to use things like this. But in the meantime, it's really just more or less about wanting to do it. And again, no pressure, no mess. Just it'd be nice to do this now, test drive it with a couple of sports, and let's see if we can't make it easier for us when the fall hits, because you guys know as well as I do, the fall is going to be a bear. So you guys just keep it going, do the best you can, and hopefully we'll get all through all this together. Okay. All right, guys, be well, and we'll talk to you soon.